Hi and welcome to the 4th edition of Deccan Herald's Bengaluru 2040 Summit. This is Shraddha. Today we have with us Nithya Ramesh, the director of Jana Urban Space Foundation. Last mile connectivity in Bengaluru is a significant issue. With the government introducing 7,000 EV buses and its promise of introducing 10,000 more buses in the next 3 years, I wanted to tell me what are we missing in the discourse of urban mobility? Where are we lagging behind?
So, firstly, the government introducing buses, both EV and fuel buses, is a very welcome change because till now all global models show us that you need metro and bus. Many cities make the mistake of focusing only on metro. It never works. Even cities like New York and London, they actually have more ridership in bus than metro. So you need both to work together. So that's a very welcome change. The missing piece is the first and last mile connectivity. Because right now in Karnataka, we have a free bus scheme. But people, especially women who sometimes have to carry a child or help an elder along or carry shopping bags, they cannot walk and avail that free bus service without a footpath. A lot of young women are often deterred not to go to work also because they don't have a robust footpath network. So we need to really focus on a 3-kilometer radius of improving walkability around metro stations. Sometimes we have schemes that improve walkability between metro stations. That doesn't really help because nobody walks from one metro station to another. We need to improve it in a circular radius so that from home, office, school, college or a place of entertainment, you're able to walk to the nearest metro comfortably, seamlessly. The footpath shouldn't be broken at entry exits. That's a huge problem in Bangalore because you give importance to the private vehicle, right? For them to go in and out of the house, you break the footpath. Footpath must be seamless. The private vehicle must climb in. Footpath must be free of obstructions, evenly paved.
Thank you. Could you tell us a bit about how important it is for multiple departments to collaborate together in ensuring green mobility?
Well, like any urban problem, urban and city problems are fairly complex problems. So for any urban problem, you need multiple departments. So for example, when I take green mobility, and in this particularly now I'm focusing on walking and cycling. There will be through tech and other things, future green mobility, we don't know yet, but all of that will come together to take us to a sustainable future. We do need the roads department, which comes under BBMP. But you also need transport department. BMRCL is separate, BMTC is separate. BMRCL and BMTC need to coordinate with each other for the routes. You need feeder buses. BBMP has to build the footpaths. Then under the footpaths run 7 to 8 utilities. Sometimes they run under the road, sometimes they run under the footpath. So those are your BESCOM, your BWSSB, etc. And the footpaths to be lit is within BBMP, yet another department. So they need to coordinate. Then you will have the telecom private players where all those cables are hanging like spaghettis on top. You need to put them underground. So of course, like anything, it is very important.
Right.
The most important player is also the resident. One is you need to demand for a good footpath outside your house. You need to demand for a good footpath to walk. Somehow we citizens are not demanding footpaths. We are okay if it's a broken cover of a drain or if it's a dusty patch at the side of the road. We still manage and walk. So we need citizens also to demand for footpaths.
Okay. With the government's plan to introduce alternative routes like tunnel route, could you tell us how can we reimagine walkability of Namma city?
So, while tunnel roads and elevated corridors are designed for private vehicles and for auto-centric infrastructure, I'm not saying that is not important. The issue here I feel is that most of our investments are happening only for auto-centric infrastructure. If you take Bangalore budget or most city budgets, there is always an unequal divide. Number of flyovers for vehicles to move vehicles rather than number of the crores invested for footpaths and other green mobility alternatives. We have a full system of nalas and canals, but there has been no investment to make that an alternative for kayaking or water as a mobility source. So I think funding allocation has to become more equitable. It's not one or the other, but we need funding for auto-centric infrastructure and for green mobility. Another thing that happens is when you only invest for auto-centric infrastructure, you will only get cars. The private vehicle ownership in Bangalore is equivalent to its population, 1 to 1.5 crores, which is the highest of any city in India. But you keep investing in auto-centric infrastructure, you're going to get more cars. The more you invest in pedestrian-oriented or green mobility infrastructure, you'll get more people.
What's your vision for mobility in Bengaluru 2040?
I really hope and I wish Bangalore becomes one of the most walkable cities in the world. We already have the best climate when we have 100-year-old trees. We had redone St. Mark's Road 10 years ago and it has 300-year-old plus trees which shade the entire road. So I wish we would capitalize on that and have a really walkable city with reduced travel lanes for vehicles and more e-bikes and other forms of mobility.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us.